books. Gotta love them. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It is currently 12 in the morning on April 3rd. I love books. Didn't know that about me? Well, I have a video on my channel that is about books anyway. So I am on BookTok on the app TikTok. So today's a kind of book haul because I just got more books. So I thought I could just share them with you guys. I've never read most of these books. I completely read 3 of the books that I have in this category, like recently. So we will talk about them all in this video. I guess I'll start out this one. Okay, this is called The Wrath of the Dawn. I'm almost halfway through it. It's about a girl whose best friend was killed by a king because he takes a new wife each night. I think there's like a whole thing where he has to like sacrifice people and then like rain comes because it's like in a desert like city or whatever. But yeah, but the main character, female, falls in love with him. That's a big yikes. Okay, anyways, yeah, it's good. I don't like the fact, like, I like when it's focused on the main characters. Like, I know there's supposed to be other stuff and plot and stuff, but she has a love interest back home before she volunteered to marry this king. And there's like chapters, like full chapter, just a guy. And I'm like, no. I don't want to read it. I like skipped through it. I felt so bad. But yeah, it's good so far. I like the chemistry between the female and male, even though what he does is wrong. What he does is wrong. Okay, next. So many of these are from TikTok. It's so embarrassing. Okay, this one is from Blood and Ash. It's about this girl that she has powers and she has a bodyguard, and I guess they fall in love or something, which is weird. But I heard it's like a enemies to lovers to enemies again, and I thought that's interesting because there's supposed to be a second book to this. So yeah, so this is a book that I got and I already have it bent. Ridiculous. This is called Renegades. So what I've heard is that it's the villains are the real heroes and the heroes are the real villains, but I haven't read it completely. Like, yeah, I was reading it and then I wanted to read another book, but it looks interesting so far. I've read like the first few pages and it's okay. It's whatever. But yeah, this looks good. If you like villains and hero stories and you don't really like reading, I guess you could buy it. I bought most of these from Amazon because why else? Okay, we'll talk about these two together. I just finished this one on, I want to say Wednesday night. And this one like a few weeks before that. So if you can see, they both have a Netflix symbol. They are part of the same universe. You can see, I think this one has the Grishaverse. Does this have it at the top? No, it doesn't. But yeah, these are part of the same universe. As you can see, the author's name is there and there. So she wrote these books. And I really like this one.
Hey y'all, so I kind of changed my mind about this book only because I read the second book and I finished it and it disappointed me. So yeah. I also think she should have kept it as like a duology, like just the first book and the second book, but that's just my opinion.
This one is about criminals.
So I thought I didn't enjoy this one as much, but the more I thought about it, the more I actually liked the world building that she did in this story. Yeah, now I'm gonna talk about how much I'm in love with one of the actors in the show. So yeah, enjoy that.
Oh, think they've shown like the actors that are gonna be playing these characters, and the guy who plays Kaz Brekker in the show is so handsome to me. I'll post a picture. I don't know what it is. Like, I get chills just thinking about it. Okay, whatever. His name's Freddie Carter, by the way. Whatever. Okay, done with talking about these. I'll show you the sequel to those later. I also finished this book. It's called The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It's not a murder mystery. It could be considered a murder mystery, but it is a mystery, not a scary one. If you don't like scary books, this is a good one. It's kind of boring at first, but then you get into the parts where you like have to solve puzzles and stuff. Well, they do, and it's good. I liked it. Yeah, if you want to read something, and it's the cover got me. I was like, I want it. I want it. Next on is Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnett. I don't know much about the book, but I love the cover. I'm gonna read the excerpt because I don't know much about this book either. So they call her Traitor Kate. It's a title Kate Brighton inherited from her father after he tried to assassinate the High King of Rhyme. Cast out of the nobility, Kate now works for the Royal Carrier Service. Only the most skilled ride for the relay, and only the fastest survive. When the night falls, the night drake's deadly, flightless dragons come out to hunt. Fortunately, Kate has a secret edge. She's a wilder, born with forbidden magic that allows her to influence the mind of animals. That's all I'm gonna read. Yeah, it seems interesting, so I'm gonna read it. Duh, imagine I didn't read it. These are the sequels to The Shadow and Bone. This is the second one, this is the third one. I'm really excited to read them. I heard the second one's boring. It doesn't really have much plot. That's what I've heard. Or just, it's really boring. Oh, my nail matches it. Cute. Yeah. I usually like the sequels, like the second books, more than the first ones, even though I really like the first one. I read it in like 3 days. But yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to finish other books before I get into these. So I don't know much about these. It's about the main character, Alina, in the first Shadow and Bone book. I won't talk about it much because it's gonna spoil everything. So yeah. This next one is also part of this universe, but it's about different characters. It's called King of Scars. It's about a character I haven't met yet because I haven't read Siege and Storm, this one. He's in this one apparently. So it's about him. His name's Nikolai Landstow. Landstow. Yeah. He's a king. I don't know much. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, there's characters like Zoya. She was in the first book. She's mean. I didn't like her. Hopefully I can like her in this one. So yeah. This one. Bestie. This is the second book to Six of Crows. It ended up on a cliffhanger. So I don't know what I'm reading. Oh, The Wrath of the Dawn. I'm trying to finish that book because if I don't like the ending, I'm not getting, because I think there's a second one and I don't know how I feel about purchasing more books.
The following week, I proceeded to purchase more books.
Now you have to hold on because I haven't opened my other two packages. Yeah, I haven't opened my other two packages, so I have to open them. So this is the first. It's called The Pirate of a Daughter King. Of what? Daughter of the Pirate King? Is it Pirate of the Daughter King? That's how you know I'm tired. Anyways, so this is written by Trisha Levenseller. Very nice. It says, sent on a mission to retrieve an ancient hidden map, the key to a legendary treasure trove, 17-year-old pirate captain Alosa deliberately allows herself to be captured by her enemies, giving her the perfect opportunity to search their ship. More than a match for the ruthless pirate crew, Alosa has only one thing standing between her and the map, her captor, the unexpectedly clever and unfairly attractive first mate Raiden. But not to worry, for Alosa has a few tricks up her sleeve, and no lone pirate can stop the daughter of the Pirate King. So this next one, I got it in hardcover, even though I don't really like hardcovers, but I wanted this specific book cover because it's beautiful. It's from the same author, yep, as The Wrath in the Dawn, the first book that I showed you guys. It's called Flame in the Mist. I love when they're like this. Oh, it's like weird curved edges. Yeah, it's called Flame in the Mist. It's by Renee. I don't want to butcher her name, so I won't say it, but that's it. Look how pretty that is. Okay, I'll read the excerpt. The only daughter, oh, this is like a kind of remake of like Mulan. So yeah. So the only daughter of a prominent samurai, Mariko has always known she'd been raised for one purpose and one purpose only, to marry. Never mind her cunning, which rivals that of her twin brother Kenshin, of her skills as an accomplished alchemist. Since Mariko was not born a boy, her fate was sealed the moment she drew her first breath. So at just 17 years old, why is everyone 17? Mariko is sent to the Imperial Palace to meet her betrothed, a man she did not choose, for the very first time. But the journey is cut short when Mariko's convoy is viciously attacked by the Black Clan, a dangerous group of bandits who've been hired to kill Mariko before she reaches the palace. Lone survivor, Mariko narrowly escapes into the woods, where she plots revenge. Dressed as a peasant boy, she sets out to infiltrate the Black Clan and hunt down those responsible for the target on her back. Once she's within their ranks, though, Mariko finds for the first time she's appreciated for her intellect and abilities. She even finds herself falling in love, a love that will force her to question everything she's ever known about her family, her purpose, and her deepest desires. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's a cool trope where they have to like blend in, so they have to be a boy, girl, they fall in love, and the guy's just like, or the girl's like, I don't. There's a lot of Korean dramas like that. Yeah. Okay, let me get the other box. Sorry, Mom. Look here. Here's the first one. It's called The Skin I'm In. So, I'll read the excerpt, but I read this when I was younger, and it was so good. And I'm gonna read it again because it says, Malika suffers every day from the taunts of the other kids in her class. If they're not getting at her about her homemade clothes or her good grades, it's about her dark skin. When a new teacher's face is blotched, a startling white patch starts at their school. Malika can see there is bound to be trouble for her too. But the new teacher's attitude surprises Malika. Saunders loved the skin she's in. Can Malika learn to do the same? It's by Sharon G. Flake, Skin I'm In. It was a different cover, but whatever. I remembered it. I know that. Okay, this book tortured my soul. One of my friends from middle school lent it to me, and I could not put it down. I don't know what grade we were in, but this book pained me. It's a true story. It's called The Child Called It. It's about a man named Dave Pelzer, and he was one of the most most severe child abuse cases in California history. And he was brutally beaten and starved by his emotionally unstable alcoholic mother, a mother who played torturous, unpredictable games that left him nearly dead. He had to learn how to play his mother's games in order to survive because she no longer considered him a son, but a slave, and no longer a boy, but an it. I'm not going to talk about this much because it hurts my soul how someone can be this way. Like, I don't understand it, and it hurts me. So, if you want a true story, and it's good, it's so good, it's so heart-wrenching, and it's not good, it's terrible, but it's compelling to read. This is the last one by, oh my god, it's terrible. So this is the second one of this one. I still haven't read this one. Second one of that one. The cover is beautiful. The paper get the hardcover of that, but they're more expensive. Are you serious? Are you serious? That is... What? How can it be so beautiful? Maybe not. I got chills just like this book. Because I need to go to sleep. Is called A Curse So Dark and Lonely. Okay, it says, oh, and it's by Bridget Kemmerer. I don't know, whatever. Cursed to repeat the autumn of his 18th year, Prince Ren of Emberfall thought he could be saved easily if a girl fell for him. Should I read it in a British accent? I'll do it. Okay. But that was before he turned into a vicious beast and destroyed his castle, his family, and every last shred of hope. Nothing has ever been easy for Harper, with her father long gone, her mother dying, and her brother constantly underestimating her because of her cerebral palsy. When she tries to save a stranger on the streets of Washington, D.C., she's pulled into a magical world. That's it. That's all I'm gonna read. There's a little bit more. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends about me, tell me what you want me to do next. And yeah, God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.